Adolf Hitler, a name carved into the darkest pages of history. But was he only a political leader, or was there something more, something hidden, something beyond human understanding?
From a failed artist to the ruler of Nazi Germany, Hitler's rise was not just political. Many believed he was guided by unseen forces, powers linked to the occult and ancient mysteries. Historians whisper about secret societies, hidden groups that shaped his beliefs. And among them was the infamous Thule Society, obsessed with black magic, runes, and mystical energies.
To the Nazis, the swastika was not just a symbol of their empire. It was an ancient sign of cosmic power, drawn from mystical traditions thousands of years old.
Those close to Hitler claimed his speeches had an unnatural energy. Crowds of thousands fell under his spell, as if he was channeling something far greater than himself.
Witnesses described it as hypnotic power, an energy that could bend wills, ignite rage, and capture entire nations in its grasp.
But where did this energy come from? Was it charisma, or something born from forbidden knowledge, hidden deep in the archives of secret brotherhoods?
Some believe Hitler was more than a man, that he became the vessel of an ancient force, driven not by politics, but by destiny.
And to understand this mystery, we must go back to the roots of the occult movements that inspired him and the strange quests for power that his empire pursued.
This is the hidden story of Hitler, the occult leader, the seeker of forbidden powers, and the man whose darkness still haunts our world today.
The Thule Society was more than a political club. It was a secret order that studied black magic, Nordic runes, and the hidden forces of the universe.
They believed in the existence of a lost world, an ancient civilization with powers beyond imagination, powers that could shape the future of mankind.
For them, the rise of Hitler was not an accident, it was prophecy. They saw him as the chosen one, destined to unlock the secrets of forgotten empires.
Inside their meetings, rituals were performed, chants in forgotten languages, symbols drawn with blood, and invocations of forces they could barely control.
The Thule Society mixed politics with mysticism, believing that whoever controlled the hidden powers of the world would also control the destiny of nations.
Symbols became weapons. The swastika, runes, and mystical signs were not just decoration. They were tools of power, charged with dark energy.
To outsiders, it looked like politics, but inside the Brotherhood, Hitler was learning rituals meant to bind unseen energies to his will. Historians still debate, was it superstition, or did these rituals give Hitler the unshakable confidence and magnetic power that drove millions to follow him?
The Thule Society soon dissolved into the Nazi movement. Their occult dreams became Nazi ideology, fusing bloodlines, myths, and destiny into one vision of power.
And from this fusion of darkness, a new empire was born. An empire built not only on war and politics, but on the pursuit of hidden, forbidden power.
Hitler was obsessed with lost knowledge. He believed that ancient civilizations guarded secrets of ultimate power, secrets the Nazis had to uncover.
He sent teams of explorers to the farthest corners of the earth, to mountains, deserts, and temples, seeking hidden wisdom and forbidden artifacts.
In the icy peaks of the Himalayas, Nazi explorers climbed dangerous mountains, searching for ancient monasteries, said to hold mystical secrets.
In Tibet, they sought hidden masters, mystics believed to hold knowledge of inner energy, reincarnation, and the mysteries of life and death.
Some reports claim the Nazis collected sacred texts,
books written in strange symbols that spoke of energy beyond the physical world.
Meanwhile, in Egypt, Nazi teams entered the pyramids, convinced that these colossal monuments hid powerful relics buried for thousands of years.
They searched for artifacts that could connect them to the gods of old, hoping to harness divine power for their empire.
Rumors spread that the Nazis found objects of immense energy, artifacts linked to forgotten civilizations, objects that could alter human destiny.
Whether myth or reality, these expeditions revealed one truth. Hitler's empire was not only at war with nations, but with history itself.
And in their hunger for power, the Nazis blurred the line between science and sorcery, between exploration and obsession. Among all the relics Hitler sought, one stood above the rest, the legendary Spear of Destiny, said to grant ultimate power to whoever possessed it.
According to legend, this was the spear that pierced the side of Christ on the cross, forever cursed and forever powerful. Through centuries, emperors and conquerors believed that the one who held the spear would hold the fate of the world in his hands.
Hitler became convinced that to rule the world, he needed this very artifact. His agents tracked its history, searching relentlessly.
In Vienna, the spear was displayed in a museum, and when Hitler rose to power, he took it into his possession, sealing it within his grasp.
Many believe that from that moment, Hitler's power and confidence grew stronger than ever before, his empire expanding rapidly across Europe.
But legend warned, the one who loses the spear will lose everything. And so Hitler guarded it with his life.
Yet, in 1945, as the Allies closed in, the spear was captured. Within hours, Hitler was dead, and his empire collapsed into ruin. Coincidence or proof of the legend? Did the fate of Hitler truly rise and fall with the Spear of Destiny?
The spear's mystery lives on, hidden away in museums and vaults, its true power still debated, and its shadow still hunting history. By 1945, Hitler's empire was collapsing, yet deep beneath Berlin, he still clung to occult rituals and prophecies. Inside the Führer bunker, he surrounded himself with loyalists, ancient symbols, and relics he believed might still save him.
Some reports claimed secret rituals were performed, desperate attempts to summon strength from otherworldly forces. But no magic could stop the Allies. Soviet troops closed in, bombs shook the city, and Berlin burned.
In the bunker's final hours, Hitler remained in denial, convinced destiny itself had betrayed him.
His generals argued, his people starved, and yet he clutched onto the belief that some hidden power could still turn the tide. But the relics had failed him. The ancient promises of power were nothing but illusions. On April 30th, 1945, Adolf Hitler took his own life in that dark chamber, his empire crumbling above him. The once feared Führer, who dreamed of ruling the world with ancient power, met his end alone and broken. And with him, the myths of Nazi occultism faded, yet their mysteries still echo in whispers of history. History remembers Hitler as a tyrant, a dictator who unleashed war and death upon millions. But behind the politics and violence, there remain whispers of his obsession with ancient forces and hidden knowledge. Were these relics and rituals truly powerful, or were they just the desperate illusions of a man losing control? Historians argue, researchers debate, and the truth may never be fully uncovered. But one thing is certain. The story of Hitler and the occult will forever remain one of history's darkest mysteries.